Alright, hey guys, my name is Jordan and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can probably see in the title, I'm going to do the completed series tag. Obviously, I have not been tagged for this, but I thought it'd be a lot of fun. And I know a lot of people do it pretty differently depending on the person, and so I'm just going to lay down the rules for what I'm going to do. I am only doing series that all the books are out and I have read all of the books, with a couple of exceptions, and I will talk about that when I get to them. But I'm also including books that I checked out from the library or listened to on Audible or just don't own in the physical form. I'm going to talk about those as well, and I'm just going to hold up the series, say that I've read this series, and then hold up all the books individually or put pictures to show the separate books in the series so you guys can kind of figure out, how long this commitment will take if you want to read it. And I probably won't talk about any of them, but if you're interested, definitely comment down below and I can have a little short video kind of talking about the series. Or, I'll link all the series on Goodreads down below. All the first books in the series I'll link on Goodreads, and you can find the rest, click on the author and they'll have them all there. So let's just get started. Also, disclaimer, there may be a couple of series that I read in my childhood or just, earlier on in my life, and I don't remember reading them. So this might not be a completed number, and I don't know exactly how many there are, so I'm going to put a counter somewhere on the screen when I edit this, and that'll be telling you how many series I've read at that point, and then at the end of the thing I'll have a huge thing that says this is how many books I've read, but I personally at this time do not know. So this is going to be interesting in editing. The first series I've read completely is the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, The Last Olympian. Then we have the Heroes of Olympus series. As you can tell, one of them is missing. The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus. Then to continue on with our Rick Riordan theme, The Kane Chronicles. I don't have the other two, but the first one is The Red Pyramid, Throne of Fire, and then The Serpent's Shadow. The Vampire Academy series, Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadowkiss, Blood Promise, Spiritbound, Last Sacrifice. The Infernal Devices trilogy, which is Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Princess. I have read the original trilogy. I don't own City of Ashes, but we have City of Bones and then City of Glass, and I'm pretty sure this was meant to be just a trilogy and then she added on. So I guess technically I've read the original Mortal Instruments trilogy, but I have not yet read City of Lost Souls or City of Heavenly Fire. I've only read City of Fallen Angels in the new ones. And of course, I'm sure you've been wondering when this is going to appear. We have the Harry Potter series, of which I do not own all of them, but we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The Maze Runner trilogy. Now I'm going to stick with the original 4 books. I know there's going to be another prequel, but I'm not going to count that right now. The prequel, The Kill Order, The Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, The Death Cure. Now I think the second prequel is going to be called The Fever Code. Then we have the Divergent trilogy. Again, I only own the first one. There is Divergent, Insurgent, and then Allegiant. And I have not read 4, but I'm not going to really count that as part of the series. I think it's more additional content. The Gallagher Girls series by Ali Carter. Best author ever, one of my favorite authors of all time. I'd tell you I'd love you, but then I'd have to kill you. Cross my heart and hope to spy. Don't judge a girl by her cover. Only the good spy young. Out of Sight, Out of Time, and United We Spy. Then we have the Fablehaven series, of which I do not own the last 2. Fablehaven, Fablehaven Rise of the Evening Star, Grip of the Shadow Plague, Secrets of the Dragon Sanctuary, Keys to the Demon Prison. The Mother-Daughter Book Club series, the Mother-Daughter Book Club, Much Ado About Anne, Dear Pen Pal, Pies and Prejudice, Home for the Holidays, and Wish You Were Air. And then the last of the ones I own, we have the Heist Society series, also by Ali Carter, Heist Society, Uncommon Criminals, Perfect Scoundrels. The Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexander Bracken, which is The Darkest Minds, Never Fade, In the After. We have the Unspoken trilogy by Sarah Rees Brennan, which is Unspoken, Untold, and then Unmade. The Ascendance trilogy by Jennifer A. Nielsen, which is The False Prince, The Runaway King, and The Shadow Throne, and that is an incredible fantasy trilogy, guys. It's YA, it's so good. Nobody's heard of it. I can't even with that series. I'm planning on rereading it super soon because it was just so good. And I only read it like a couple months ago. Monument 14 by Emmy Laybourne, the first book being Monument 14. Then we have Savage Drift, and then Sky on Fire. I think Sky on Fire and Savage Drift may be mixed up, but... And then we have Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins, another trilogy I adore. We have Hex Hall, Demon Glass, and Spellbound. Then we have The Selection by Kiera Cass, and this is one of them where I'm going to say the original trilogy. I have not read The Heir yet. I don't know if I'm going to read The Heir, and I've only read the first 2 Selection stories and not The Queen and... There's something else. I've read The Prince and the Guard, but not The Queen, and I think there was another one, but I can't remember. So I've read The Selection, The Elite, and The One, and then The Selection stories, which is The Prince and the Guard, I think. Then we have The Raven Saga by Susie Turner. It's an ebook series that I don't think anybody's ever heard of, but I stumbled upon it when I was really young, when I was a lot younger, and I still love it. I go back and reread the first book all the time because it's a super quick read, but basically the first book is Raven, I think. The second book is December Moon, and then the third book is The Lost Soul, and it's an awesome paranormal shape-shifting series, and I adore it. So the first book is free on Kindle, so if you guys just wanted to check that out, totally free book, and it's amazing, and I think you would have a lot of fun reading it, so go check them out. We have, obviously, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. I've read them all. They were alright. They were better than Divergent, so... We have the Oh My Gods duology by Tara Lynn Childs, which is Oh My Gods and Goddess Boot Camp, which is a lot of fun if you're into Greek mythology, so I would highly recommend those if you liked like the Percy Jackson series or something. And we have The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Amber Shares, and I don't know the names of these, so I'll just like display pictures, places. And then the last series is A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket, otherwise known as Daniel Handler. There are a lot of these. I don't know all of them. So that was the completed series tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, keep reading.